Hi guys, and welcome to the SBBL. Every league, in my opinion, should try to differentiate itself from the CCL somehow, the Champions Ladder, for those who aren't familiar, and also from other leagues, and somehow define itself. On the screen, you can see how I choose to define this league. We have 4 principles, which I find to be very important and are supported by every rule and guideline which are set. Everything that we do in this league is revolving around these 4 principles. So let's go and have a quick look at how they break down. We have getting a game every week on time without concession. In other words, we have 3 rules here. They essentially boil down to if you're late, don't show up, or concede, you get fucked consecutively harder for each offence. All this text, I realise there is a lot, will be available in a PDF and hopefully slightly more digestible format, which will accompany this video. The opportunity to grow, manage and become attached to a single team through multiple seasons or starting fresh. In other words, we are removing anything like aging or caps on how many games you can play, anything like that. That's all gone. And the divisions will always be 8 players. So we will keep seasons short to allow people to switch when they want to and not feel like they're trapped in a team they don't want to play. But at the same time, it's long enough to be a rewarding season if you feel like you're having a good time. There are 2 rules, E and F, which you can see on screen, which are very much up for debate. The design of E, in other words, the restriction on claw, is designed to prevent killer teams as softly as I possibly can. The reason that I want to prevent killer teams, in other words, teams which forego trying to win in favour of trying to kill the opposition team, is this core principle of the opportunity to grow, manage and become attached to a team. That's difficult if another player's sole aim is to kill that team. Simple as that. This is my solution. I welcome feedback. Additionally, the team value issue. So this will be an eternal league. In other words, again, opportunity to grow, manage and become attached to a single team. The downside of that is huge team value differences. My current idea of an approach that might handle that is to cap the team value at 2,000. So you will have to decide who you fire, how you trim that team value in order to stay under that gap. I think that will add an additional element of skill while also preventing massive team value differences in the higher divisions. I welcome your feedback once more. Third principle, finding challenges and achievable goals at every level. So I have set it up in a way that in an 8-man division, which all of them will be, first chooses between 3rd and 4th for his playoff. It's mirrored in the bottom half, so 5th chooses between 7th and 8th. Therefore, 2nd and 6th can dodge that selection and they play against the other, hopefully for them, weaker player, which increases their chances of promotion or avoiding relegation. That means that each position, if you sort of read through it, I'll leave it to you to read through, but as I understand it, as I've designed it, it means that each position matters pretty much. And we obviously have multiple divisions allowing for different skills of skill levels between coaches to hopefully match up against each other in those divisions. Again, a little, Rule D is something connected with betting. So being able to sort of try and guess the outcomes of other matches in your division just gives you something else to do as well. Especially if you're having a bad season, you can sort of at least try and guess correctly the results of your division. Principle 4. Active and mature community. Most of these things are connected with Discord. So again, you can read them. Things like introducing your team. So tell us about your theme. Tell us about your team. Tell us about your player names. I'd love to hear it. Also, match reports. If you've ever read one of Mopsy's, you will know why this guideline is in here. They are fantastic and I think they make the league better for everybody. Try it, write one, see how it goes. I'm sure it will be to the better for everybody. Voice channels available, by all means, get into some banter while you play. And I will be asking if any member of the community, maybe you, would be willing to take on the task of trying to gather some stats for us. So numbers of touchdowns or most kills, something like that. Always entertaining, good for a chat. Why not? Organizational stuff. So it's 1 game per week. Deadlines on midnight on Mondays. And if you know you can't play in advance, then extensions are possible. Again, Principle 1, we want to make sure that we always get a game. So if we need an extension to do that, we will. Anything else here that's key? It's all organizational stuff. So do just have a read through. Nothing too difficult there. Then some attitude stuff, which has been taken directly from the Coca-Cola League, and I think is fantastic. It essentially, I've word for word stolen it. This is not in any way modified, other than I has been switched out for we. That's it, word for word. I think this is great. So that's the first one. This is the second one. I think this one is especially good because what happens on the pitch should not be confused with what's happening between the two players, right? So your players are killing their players. You're both smashing the hell out of each other, but that does not mean that you have to be trying to kill the opposing coach, right? I realize he's on the other side of an internet connection, but even so, you're both there to enjoy yourselves. It's a mature league. Don't fuck about. Don't be a cock. I look forward to seeing you all in Season 6 of the SBBL. And I have just accidentally closed that. So now it's back. There you go. Yes, look forward to seeing you all in Season 6. Or it might even be Season 5. I've completely forgotten. Doesn't matter. We'll see you there and on the Discord. Take care.